Good morning, brothers and sisters. It's 5:18 a.m. Central Standard Time on February the 12th, 2022. Hope our Creator is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. We just had an M flare pop off. It is an M flare M1.44. Okay, well, this is like I was kind of wondering and hoping not that we have this pop off. It's going to catch up to the CMEs that we had come off, and it could catch up to it and be a cannibal's CME, but we're going to have to go and do some checking to see if it's really going to happen that way or not. Yippee-ki-yay. And we were just a little bit ago at Space Weather. Let me come back over spaceweatherlive.com. That's where we can see our flares, and now we're over here at Space Weather Prediction Center, and this is where the M flare happened, right over the eastern side of Africa, right at Madagascar. Man, they just can't get a break. They got the hurricane that hit them, and so yikes. Yeah, they're just getting hammered over there. Poor folks. So yep, looks like it's definitely an M flare. Look at that absorption. We're looking at 25, maybe 27, 25 to 26. Yeah, I'd say 25 to 26 decibels. Yippee-ki-yay. Ooh, not really. Who wants to be getting hit with that? Not me. Let's scroll up here. Let's actually go take a peek at our KP4. Oh, let's look at our Ace Mag and Sweepam. Yeah, this bugger was like way up here. Look at that, our BZ and BT was just like running next to each other, and then it finally slammed back down. So yeah, we're definitely having some impact. We're gonna have to go check out spaceweather.com and see what's going on over there. Here's our KP index. Looks like we're gonna have a 5 between tomorrow night into the morning of Valentine's Day. We're going to have another G1. We were at G1 at 3 this morning, UTC time. And here we have R1, radio blackouts. We had minor radio blackouts, weak or minor degradation of HF radio, high frequency radio. On sunlit side, occasional loss of radio contact. Low frequency navigation signals degraded for brief intervals. So not super major as far as the X-rays are concerned for interfering. And here's our KP index. This is from the 10th. We were up here at 5, and then we kind of slowly came back down. And up and now we're kind of fluctuating back and forth, which is what to be expected with the wave that we had from that coronal mass ejection that headed our way from that flare from the 6th, I believe. And overnight, looks like we did pop back up, coming back down, but in the next few days, we're going to see it doing this a lot, folks. We're going to see it going up and down. So in the next couple of days, we're going to see it pop right back up again. Jumping over here to spaceweather.com. Auroras for Valentine's Days. Oh yeah. NOAA forecasters say the G1 class geomagnetic storms are possible on February the 13th and especially February the 14th, when a stream is expected to hit Earth's magnetic field. The gaseous material is flowing faster than 500 kilometers per second from an equatorial hole, which I've shown you guys, the corona hole, in the sun's atmosphere. Valentine's skies should be very romantic indeed. Ooh. Interplanetary shockwave sparks, colorful auroras. This was not in the forecast. Okay, so they were not expecting this. This was more of that plasma. An unexpected interplanetary shockwave hit Earth's magnetic field on February the 11th. And you can tap on this for the data if you come here. The impact sparked a G1 class geomagnetic storm and some very colorful auroras inside the Arctic Circle. So this is more of that, oh no, our satellites are coming down for Starlink. Seems to be connected to Skynet, apparently. Yes, Skynet, like from the Terminator. Should start looking at that stuff, folks. What an exceptional night to be outside here in the Finnish Lapland, says photographer Ryan Elzian. The auroras were so colorful within the greatest amount of red I have photographed since I started doing this 10 years ago. And I will be honest with you, folks, that is gorgeous. I mean, could you imagine seeing this directly above you and getting photos like that? And having it be like completely panoramic all around you? This is beautiful. I love that stuff. Anyways, let's jump over here to seeds. And we're going to watch something that they were kind of slowing up on us yesterday. We're going to watch it pop. Look at the size of that bugger. Now that was yesterday. Off the back side of the sun. So supposedly. well, I didn't see it on the front side, but I did see some coronal mass ejection that happened. So maybe that coronal mass ejection that we saw on our side of the sun was a result of this popping off the backside, and the whole sun shock, being shocked, and getting a major vibration and releasing some coronal mass ejection, which is not surprising. That can definitely happen, especially if that was a big old X-flare, and that actually looks like that came out with a lot of force, so it very well could be. And now we're going to get over here to the meat and potatoes of it. Let us zoom in here on 193 angstroms, and we are going to look for our pop. Oh, there it is, right here. Oh yeah, you can definitely see a shock wave coming this way. It's off the right side and it's going out that way, so we kind of got away from the majority of any kind of coronal mass. There still might be some coming our way. I mean, with a shock wave like that, there's definitely going to be some coming, but it's not going to be super major. The majority of stuff's going to be over here in this direction where it blew off. That's pretty much it right there. Let's actually go. Let's go take a look at the 304. Alright, here. And as we zoom in, we're going to watch that eruption. There it is. See the majority of that right there? There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit more. We can see that kicking off the right side. So like I was suggesting, the majority of it is going off that way. That's quite a big splash. The craziest thing, if you think about this right here, this whole area right here is about the size of the Earth. So look how look how much that is. Whoa. So yeah, most of it did go off that way, but it actually looks like there's here and here. You can see the different jets of the ray from the flare, the M flare, kind of going off that way. Almost see separate. Yeah, look at that. You got one here, and looks almost like a little bit here. Now, typically you're going to get this X-type pattern. That's not an X flare, it's an M flare. It's just how the satellite interprets the data. Okay, so you'll have one going this way, all the way across this way, and then again this way. But the different, like one here and one here indicates different places that it's coming from. So like maybe here and here, and it looks like there's small amounts here. But yeah, either way, it's pretty interesting. That's where she was at. Let's go check my favorite overlay here, shall we? Alright, now we're looking at 211, 193, and 171 angstroms overlaid. We're going to see here's our coronal mass ejection that's coming at the Earth. It is coming our way. I've shown you guys that the other day, and this is the coronal hole. We're going to be getting impacted with that between tonight and tomorrow, actually, as this thing starts going around the sun. It kind of takes that long to catch up to us, but we are more interested over here. Oh, of course, gotta stick and touch the damn thing. It's all right, and we're gonna watch that pop and see if what we got as far as a wave. Oh gosh, really? Let's see here. This one doesn't get it in fine detail, but you do see the wave. There's the inertial burst. You can kind of see it all the way over to here. Maybe if I zoom out a little bit, we can see it a little better. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that's about as good as we're going to get it on there. But when you look, actually after that went, look this actually, it affected this all the way over here. Do you see the movement on that? So that actually did traverse across the entire surface of the sun. That shock wave. So that's a solar tsunami, I would say. Because I mean, right after that went, this went off, and then all of a sudden this over here just really started moving around. Watch as I move it around back and forth right after it pops. Oop. Pop. And then movement. I don't know. That's my eyes. That's just what I'm seeing. So Yeah, I mean, usually when you get an M flare, it's usually going to affect at least half of the sun surface anyways, if it's powerful enough, and looks like that one was, so. But this is also another area we'll have to keep our eyes on and see what happens. Stay safe out there, folks, and remember, love is the only way forward.